Hello, good afternoon to everyone. My name is Gervacio Alcantara, well known as Kike here in Baraton. Most people know me as Kike. I came from Equatorial Guinea, a small country in Central Africa. It's one of the peculiarities of that country is that is the only country in Africa that speaks Spanish. So I came from that country, little country but great. Very little country but great country. So before I came here in Baraton, I was studying in the university back at home in my country, in one of the big cities there. The name is Bata, of the city I was studying there, but for some reason I left and I came here in Baraton to study. I get to know about Baraton University or even Kenya from my friend Josias. He was here before me. He studied here in Baraton also. He was here before me. He's the one who told me about Baraton, SDA institution of higher learning. So since I was in high school, in primary school, I studied in an Adventist institution. I came from a family of 5 children. I'm the fourth born of 5. I grew up in an Adventist family, so I studied my primary and my secondary school in an Adventist institution. So because of that, I wanted to continue with my studies in an Adventist institution. That's why I was looking for an Adventist institution of higher learning here in Africa so that I can continue with my studies. So as I said before, because of my friend Josias, that's why I came to learn about Baraton. So he's the one who made all things that so that I can come here to study in Baraton. I came here in, I think, in 2015, August 2015. My first major here was medical laboratory science. That was my first option, but after 1 year I changed to technology. Actually, I didn't change, but I added technology to my studies. So I was planning to do a double majoring in medical laboratory science and technology. So that was my first option. Now I'm studying, but because of some circumstances, I gave more emphasis in technology, industrial technology, electronics, sorry. So that's what I'm doing here in Baraton, industrial electronics. So my experience about Baraton is a nice place. I still remember the first time when I arrived here in Baraton. It was very cold. I didn't like the weather here because actually I come from the coast. We have a very hot climate there back at home. So when I first arrived here, it was not easy for me to get used to the weather because of my background. Let us say that. So my first days here in Baraton, I felt a lot of cold. I had to be always with pullover, with jumpers, with scarf so that I can protect myself from the cold. But the first thing I saw about Baraton, it was, since it's an Adventist institution, the food here is almost vegetarian, sorry. It was a challenge for me to be vegetarian because I like fish, I like meat, and being vegetarian is quite difficult for me. It was quite difficult for me to get used to it. So, but they say with time everything can be healed. You can get used to everything by time. So with the time I get used to the food, it was quite good. Although I have some as every student here in Baraton, I think I have some problem with the food sometimes, but in resume, in summary, sorry, the food is not that bad, especially first when I came here. Although a lot of things have changed, but we are still going. So talking about my first experience, I say that it was very cold, but I got used to it. About the life here in Baraton is quite good. People here are friendly, especially when they know that you are a foreigner, you are a foreign student, you are an international student. They get interested in knowing where you come from. So whenever I tell people that I come from a Spanish-speaking country, they always get interested in know the language, because as many people say here, Spanish is a very romantic language. I don't know why they say that, but it's okay. So that is it. What else can I say? About Kenya, I've been traveling a lot all around Kenya. I've been in Nairobi, Kisumu, Mombasa many times, Eldoret, Naivasha. Yeah, I've been in many places, and the common denominator of all people in Kenya is, in my point of view, they are friendly, especially with me. I don't know why. I don't know if I'm the reason why they are friendly, but Kenyan people are friendly as long as you know how to treat them, as long as as long as you know how to deal with them, sorry. So they are going to be friendly with you. So that is it. I've been in many places, and all people are always welcome. Are always welcome to me. So I think Kenya is a wonderful place. Although I miss home, but sometimes people here make me feel like, okay, I'm at home, because they invite me and I'm very welcome. And that's something I really thank God for that, because since 2015 that I've been here, I've never gone back home, but I'm okay. I think I'm okay, and it's a good experience that I have here in Kenya. I'm about to graduate. Hopefully this coming August, I have to graduate and go back home. But if God wants, I can, who knows, maybe I can stay here, maybe I cannot, but everything is up to the plans of God. So I don't know what the future departs me, but I'm here. So the school, Baraton is, I've been in other universities, but here something very special about Baraton is that even if you are in technology, you have to do courses from health science, courses from agriculture, courses from religion studies. So it's something that opens you to the world. You don't have to be 100%, or you don't have to be only focused on your major, because life is not all about your major. Life is about a little bit of everything. And I like it because, as my mother always tell us, a man has to know everything, or not everything, a bit of everything. So if you are a doctor, a physician, let's say, for instance, you can't say, because I'm a physician, I cannot change a socket, or I cannot repair, or I cannot be a farmer, or I cannot have a garden in my house because I'm a doctor. No. If you are a doctor, or if you are an accountant, you have to have at least some skills from all majors. Let's say, for instance, if you are an accountant, say, for instance, you have to have at least knowledge of how to change a socket, how to make a garden, how to plant vegetables in your house or in your garden, because not every time you have to tell someone to repair you or to repair your socket or to do something for you, because it's not your area of studies. You have to know at least a bit of everything, and that's something that Baraton really teaches. Even, for instance, in my major, technology, industrial electronics, we do courses in the finance department, in agriculture, in religious, even in health. We do biology. We get to know about the body. We get to know about how to farm, how to do farming, how to do balance, how to check your balance, how to check your books if you are going to do a business of something. Sorry. So I think that is very, very important, because it opens your mind to other sectors. Let me say, for instance, like that. So I think that is one advantage that Baraton students have among other people, among other students, because they get into other departments and study a bit. At least they have a bit of knowledge of all other departments, and that is wonderful. That is very good. That is something that I really, really like about this institution. So what can I say? As I said in the beginning, I grew up in an Adventist family. My father and my mother they are SDS. So I was born and raised in an SDF family. So coming here, going to church every day is not a big problem for me, because that is something that takes you closer to God. It's true that we are all sinners, and going to church is not going to redeem many of us. But every day after hard work, after a lot of assignments to do, and you get a time to go and pray and worship together with your fellow classmates or fellow roommates, is something that I really appreciate. Although sometimes you can get a bit tired. We are all young people here. You can get a bit tired and complain about that, but I think at the end that is something good, something that I don't think we'll ever regret. Okay, especially me, I will never regret about that. So I'm grateful. Although I get disappointed sometimes because of some issues that you raise and they have never been solved, but I think I'm grateful to God to bring me here in this institution. Although I say we'll never have a world without complaint. Complaints are always there. We complain about food sometimes, we complain about going to church, we complain about a lot of things. But at the end, I think that institution here, it helps students a lot. I've been, as I say, many places here, and wherever you go, once you say that you are from Baraton, I've experienced that in my first person. Whenever you say that you are from Baraton, people here in Kenya really know about this university. And an example of that is when I first arrived here in Kenya in the airport, I told one of the immigrant agents that I'm coming to study to the university. When he saw my admission letter, he said, "Oh, Baraton." He really knew about Baraton, and I had no problem in the immigration because of the fact that I was coming to study in Baraton. The guy made everything easy to me, so I passed without any problem. So I think Baraton is a well-known institution here in Kenya, and students from Baraton are really good and people in Kenya really appreciate the work that Baraton are doing in this country. So that is my experience here in Kenya, and thank you for listening, and God bless you.